Hey guys, it's Title Maxwell here. Welcome to a quick video. This is one I just wanted to do regarding my NEC American save on FM 2018. I've not really planned to do a series. I don't intend to do so. I've been really enjoying the game offline, but I do want to share, just the team that has basically achieved history in winning the club's first ever NEC title. If I just quickly go here, you'll see we won the league championship with 69 points, 4 points clear of PSV. Feyenoord finishing in third place. Ajax down in 10th. They had big spending. They had the likes of Keylor Navas, Edison Cavani, Javi Martinez, some big names in there, and they completely flopped, if I'm right in saying as well. PSV also had Yarmolenko, so we went with a very young squad, and I just feel like I want to just really let everybody see the gen of youngsters we've got at this football club. That it's basically doing an absolute ton for us. So I'm going to quickly run through them. There's a lot of players. I do run my big squad. Admittedly, a lot of these guys are out on loan or did just feature in the last game of the season. So we'll be as quick as we can running through people. So first off, number 2 goalkeeper was Sven Ulrich, down to a 2-star player. In this 13 games was mostly in the European campaign, but as you can see there, experienced campaigner. He will be leaving in the summer. Previously on loan from Bayern, we did bring him in, but he wants to go home. I feel like 12 grand a week is okay wages. We are trying to operate it at the most 15 grand on a player that's contracted. So Sven will be returning home, but a good second choice. Third choice goalkeeper, we've got Leonard Nijhuis, I believe it's pronounced. Brought him from Sparta Rotterdam. Was our first choice previously. We did sell him to Ajax, who promptly let us take him back. As you can see from his history, we got him back in a free transfer from there. He did play in the first season back in the Eredivisie, but after that he's really just counted towards the homegrown nation quota to do as well there. He'll stay on next season, an extra 1-year deal, as he'll probably be promoted to second choice unless we bring someone in. First choice goalkeeper is the former Manchester United youth goalkeeper, Vanja Milinkovic-Savic. Brought him in, I believe, from, I want to say, Legia it was. Was getting a game there, but give him a chance. 10 clean sheets and 33 appearances in his first season, but solid. 27, the wages is pretty good. We'll look to go with him for a few more seasons. I did plan to bring in a new gen that was 5-star. Unfortunately, we didn't have the funds at that time, and of course he signed for PSG, pretty much meaning we'll never see that guy ever in an NEC shirt. We'll skip through the loan players at the moment. So next contracted is Rasmus Nicholson. We brought him in from Denmark. I think it was Midtjylland, was it we got him from? Yep, 450k. Steady player, more of a backup last year. A couple of good stats in there. I like his head, and he's just someone that we could rely on and really done a job. Might let him go. As I say, a couple of clubs are interested in him. Maybe could try and get £1 million for him. Chris Smalling was on loan. He is retiring at the end of the season, but it was great to get someone who has experience in from Southampton. Southampton had just been promoted back to the Premier League, so he was surplus to requirements. Done a job, great experience, 30 appearances and 2 goals. Absolutely solid. Was a big man. Reece Cousins was just a young player on loan from Inverness there. Crystal Palace. Played twice, was really just to fill up the numbers, just a precaution. Next up, Cammy Kerr. Weird one. I've heard a lot of good things about Cammy Kerr. The 18 Scotland caps certainly helped. There's been more irritation player. I didn't expect to get the other right back we'll mention next in, but he done well. Couple of assists, 2 player of the matches, very good average rating, and he'll probably play a more rotation role next year. But this was because of the signing of this man, Martin Barton, 4-star already, 5-star potential, 18 years of age. We brought him in from Sparta Prague, 6 caps for his country. A wonder kid, which is always good to see here. A lot of great stats there that are continually improving. The big concern, £30 million release clause. So we'll probably see him leave at one point, but as long as we make the profit of the 6.25 million, I'll certainly be happy with that. Eric Sviatchenko we just brought in again as backup, only a couple of appearances in the league and in Europe. Wages was quite high, but I was wanting to do that for loan signings because it meant getting a bit of name value in someone we could know and trust. He'll be signing for Firenze in Portugal for next season. Reece Oxford we got from Crystal Palace. I've tried so hard to get him back on loan next season. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. But when a player of that quality becomes available, again a no-brainer. Someone that can tackle, can head a ball. A lot of decent stats there. Hadn't really been playing much football. Just made the move from West Ham to Palace. We took him in loan, and I say if he doesn't feel wanted at Crystal Palace, then he'll certainly be someone that we'll look to bring in. back to this football club. Laris Duarte is someone who's really surprised me. Was our main defensive midfielder, swapping with Mohamed at CDM. 30 appearances for his country was good. 4 million value has shot up. A couple of clubs looking at him. I don't know why Dundee want him. They won't be able to afford him. But yeah, certainly someone who has come in, done a job. A couple of schemers from outside the box. A free transfer from PSV where he very seldomly played. But he's come in, done a job, and he'll probably be first choice defensive midfielder going into next year. Matteo Darmian, well, this was an interesting one. The guy just loves scoring and assisting in the Europa League. A lot of assists in the qualifying rounds for a 35-yard screamer in the actual group stages. Unfortunately, he got a long-term injury, and I couldn't justify it. Give him a new contract where he signed with Al Hilal in January. So, experienced pro again, someone I knew I could trust to come in and cover. And as I say, he'll be going to pastures new next season. Same with Ted van der Parvert, backup player, 2 appearances for the club. Generally only brought him in because he was on loan the first season when we were in the Jupiter League. Had a good career at Go Ahead Eagles and Hercules. But yeah, he's in again for the homegrown nation quota. Osama Ibrahim is a young fullback from Egypt, valued at 3.9 million, a couple of caps for Egypt as well. Was starting the season as first choice before we signed Milan Nemec. He's actually someone I think I might even look to punt on because of the progression of Nemec, but he's done a job. He's very good so far. I know everything seems to be okay. I'd like a lot of these stats to maybe go the 11s to 12s up to 13s, but someone I feel we could probably punt on, and he still does have potential to be a 4-star player. But when this boy came in, again a youngster from the Czech Republic, just raiding Sparta Prague, certainly helped us. An attacking fullback, someone that managed to pick up an amazing 12 bookings this season, but also 7 assists. Great wee player is Milan Nemec. £10 million is his release clause, so we may make a good punt on him, but for someone we paid 1.6 million, I think it's a very, very good bit of business signing him. Abukar Mohamed was someone I just stumbled across as a loan signing from Lazio of all places. Has got a lot of caps for his country. As our ball winning midfielder despite only having tackler of 10, but he does a job just sitting in there. A lot of good mental skills. Physically he's okay, and as you can see by his history, a couple of loan spells where we enjoyed him. He's kind of rotated that role with Duarte, but as I say, when we're playing in so many competitions, it is imperative that we rotate on a constant basis. Ferdi Kagioğlu is someone who starts off at NEC. We actually sold him for 3.2 million to Stoke. Various loan spells in the Eredivisie and also one at Derby. But when he was transfer listed for 1.8 million, when you're in Europe, you do need homegrown players, so it made sense to bring someone with a bit of quality that could come in and do a job, hence why nearly as many appearances in Europe as he did in the league. But overall, it was pretty decent. He will be a backup player, considering he was our main player at the start. Someone that's declined greatly is Kenny McLean. He'll be getting released at the end of the season. It looks pretty poor there, but if you look at the history, Kenny has played 13 games in his first season, because he joined halfway through, and then pretty much been a constant performer until the last 2 seasons. He's mostly played as, again, a European player, actually with more European performances than he had domestically. Good servant to the club, but time to move on. Next up is Stanislav Fuzek. This one, again, is the potential to be brilliant. Another one from the Czech Republic. A lot of good stats there, a few dropping because of the time of year it is. I think he just needs a break, although he is at the European Championships. Played in 31 league games out of the 34, 8 assists, and he's another one I think has a get a release clause. 8 million, so we may try and extend that. But for someone to come in for 2.1 million, he's done an absolute ton for us. Marco Giffuni, we got on loan from Juve, wonder kid, absolutely exceptional, great signing. Great in terms of goal threat, assists, play the match. Just unfortunate he's one player we do want to keep on, but unfortunately that won't be the case. He will be returning to Juve. Again, if they don't want to use him, we'll happily take him back. Next contract to the club is Billy Gilmore. He's only just recently returned to the club. We signed him for the cheap 400k, I think it was, from Chelsea. It looks okay. I think there is a room for improvement. Determination stat not being great. Not great work rate, but we'll try and see if we can push him on. If not, we'll look to sell him on. But, 725k it was we paid for him, but I thought it was a good risk to take. As I say, the previous loan spell pretty average, and he's not done great here, but sometimes you just have to take a risk in some footballers, and it pays off. Now, Ibrahim Sumahoro, don't know why his skin colour is so light, because I'm assuming everyone from the Ivory Coast would have a darker skin tone, but that is what it is. The game has glitched a lot of people's skin tones, especially when I signed him. He was, I said, a different skin tone. It happens, but someone, again, great potential. He hasn't really performed a lot for us because I just couldn't risk him in. He's someone we are going to try and retrain. But great crossing, great dribbling, good first touch, good set piece, technique's good as well, good flair, and a lot of good physical attributes. So someone, again, I feel can really kick on at this club. And as I say, for the measly fee that we paid for him, 325k, absolute ton for the SEC in terms of profit, but I feel he's someone we could get to that next level. Vincent Swegers is just a youth player, so we'll ignore him. Lewis Morgan, everybody knows about Lewis Morgan, obviously just recently moved to Celtic. It was a no-brainer in the first season to sign him. He is transfer listed, but that's more because he was being a middy wee cunt, so I kind of just said to him, if you want to do it here, if you want to be here, go. But we've got him 9 caps for Scotland, great season with 10 goals in all comps, 12 assists, a lot of good stats there, could maybe be a little bit better. He's always 3.8 because of that 1 year left his contract. But as you can see here, we signed him in January, 89k, because obviously we agreed the pre-contract previously. Second season was okay in the Jupiter League, but it's really since that 20-21 season with that 11 goals and 7 assists, from then he's kicked on. Good returns, especially 21-22, 16 assists in 25 games. Now the big surprise, and it's someone who have actually extended the contract, is Eric Lamela. He is on loan again from West Brom. We did sign him last year. It was a dear transfer, admittedly. 2.3 million to take him for 6 months, but 5 goals and 2 assists was something I felt could carry us over the line. As I say there, that has now been extended. It's 17 grand a week wages, so just over what we'd normally pay a player, 100 grand. So really we're paying, 1.2 million is a loan fee plus 17 grand of his 88 grand wages. I think that's a decent deal for someone, as I say, that could probably give us another year at our level, and then we can let him probably go back to Argentina or wherever he wants to see his career going forward. But definitely one of my favourite players always in FM, and FIFA as well, and someone that, as I say, is just a solid acquisition. Ryan Christie, we also got on loan after about 9 million attempts at trying to sign him. As you can see there, only played 25 games, 15 as a sub, but 10 assists and 5 goals. I actually thought it was really good. We had been trying to target Ryan Christie ever since season 1920. He turned us down to go to Bolton, then turned us down to go to Sunderland when we went in for him. But someone again come in, give us that bit of quality, and he should do well. Unless he's transfer listed, I don't see him coming back to the club. João Felix is someone we just basically scouted. I was raiding for all the leagues, just seeing who we could bring in. Technically, I think he's really good. A lot of good mentals. Physically, he's okay. Hasn't really nailed down a position, but already someone at value at 6.5 million who's already jumped the level of value with us. But having said that, 26 appearances in one season for Benfica. The fact he's at 38 games in the Bundesliga, 32 in Serie A, he's definitely someone I feel that could kick on with us and we could make a good profit from. Alex McFarlane, just a young Nugent. I happened to see at Motherwell, so we'll give him an opportunity. Gave Motherwell a bit of cash, and as I say, someone that could turn into a very solid player for us with the 5-star potential. John Young Yule is a weird one. The potential was there, but it's just never really kicked on. I say this when he's got 15 goals in 34 games, spread out between the league, Europe, and in the cup competitions. I expected him to be honestly a 30-goal-a-year striker, but it just didn't click on for him. But for £1 million, someone we've taken from South Korean football, again, he's someone we can sell on for good money. £10 million release clause, so hopefully next season could be his. Quite a few more to kick on with. I've got Yuri van der Linden. Does a job, not absolutely amazing. 7 goals in 17 games in the league. I think a couple of good stats there. Can finish a ball. That's all I was looking for, was someone to just be in the middle for it. For a guy that was mostly playing Jong football in the second tier with Ajax, he's come in, he's done a job, he knows his role, has a 1 and 2 goal ratio for us. Now this man is something special. Doesn't it look great? But see, the main thing is, can finish, can head a ball, can take penalties, he's determined, he's strong, he can jump, and he's 6'5" roughly, whatever 201 centimetres is. But he is our target man. And with the amount of crosses we put in the box, you know, he's absolutely going to just dominate defenders at his size. But 22 goals, 11 assists, a 7.61 rating, and you can see there, done well at Geelong FC 20, and then first signing for us, he's just had a great goal return every year since he's broken into the team, which is good to see. Next up, the peculiar case of Adrian Rodriguez. We signed him. He took the huff because he's not in the Europa League squad. I was like, I'd rather keep you for the league. Then had a month leave of absence. So this is why 10 appearances, 1 goal, but he did get a hat-trick in the Cup. But again, someone with great potential, as you can see with the scout report as well. 5-star potential. Probably the best and most naturally gifted striker at the club. But again, someone we can definitely develop. Joaquin Trobok, same again. He's actually out in loan at Pexwalla. We are going to loan him out to probably Feyenoord. They came back, we made a striker crisis. Thank God for that recall option. 2 goals in 4 games. And as I say, again, someone, good spell at Eupen as well in loan. 1.1 million. He's someone, again, I'd like to imagine, once we get him under that new contract, can make a good profit on. Roy Sanders is a youth prospect. This is our main prospect, Joey Jansen. 50 goals in 46 non-competitive games. We did run him out 9 times in the first team with 1 assist. But certainly doesn't look ready for the main football. He's mostly played in the Europa League as a substitute as we tried our best to get put out. But yes, the prospect is looking good. Other ones I'd say, Richard van der Linden has got potential. Loan spell has seen him get a lot of first team football. Whether it makes it or not remains to be seen. We may just give him a new contract and sell him on. But he was initially a 5-star player. Obviously maybe not now because the club's reputation has certainly developed. Travis Clark had potential, but he's been released. He's going to Montpellier. I just couldn't justify him moving up to a £7,000 contract because of the non-EU minimum wage. Pat Brodie, same as well. There was talent, but again, it just wasn't happening. So he'll be leaving, and it's likely he's going to go to FC Thun in Switzerland. Oscar Romero is someone we had high hopes for. 22-year-old, he's got 60 caps for Honduras already. A lot of good physicals, a couple of good mentals. There's a player there. Good experience at the SM Can, but I feel like he's someone probably will need another loan spell where he gets into our first team. Gabriele McKelly, I think I'll be letting him go. Yep, he's going to Guingamp. South African, again, another one of the bizarre skin tone change in this. A lot of good potential there, but just didn't really kick on for us. Good spells at Zwolle and Antwerp, but at 275k, it was well worth the risk for us. Jacob Barger's someone I think is going to be an absolute monster. Great heading, great tackling, the marking's good. All the mentals are what you want. Vision's worrying, but maybe composure and anticipation could use a bit of work. Physically, pretty good as well. It's not just the surname, but this guy's pretty much going to be my Stan Varga. So he's someone that I'm looking forward to using in the future. Yanda Jolly, unsure about him. Probably may sell him on, but there's a lot of good raw talent there. Again, maybe lacking a few mental skills. He's a loan spell out at Kaiserslautern, was out at Groningen last year. We'll obviously make a decision about him over the coming months. Ryan Kearney, again, really unsure. It's the same kind of thing. We do have a lot of good centre halves at this club, and a lot of good defenders that have got the good mentals, some good mentals, can do the decent defending. It's just one wee thing that kind of stops him. But 1 cap for Ireland, 500k value. He's been at us since 2020 after being a free from Shamrock Rovers, playing experience in the league with 2 seasons at Pexwalla, 1 at VVV and 1 at ADO Den Haag. And we've played him a few times, we've given him opportunities. Victor Munoz is 1 from Colombia, physically very good. The mental side of things good as well, apart from his composure. Can tackle. That's pretty much it. But 19, plenty of time to improve. 2 caps for Colombia, and certainly one we've picked up well from Atletico Nacional. Only had 1 appearance at Angers, but we've nearly recapped his, a good percentage of his fee just on that loan fee. Proper Chelsea tactics. Dan De Bruyne will probably get released eventually. He's been at FC Os, our feeder club. Just someone that came through the academy, so maybe keep him for that purpose. Joey Cullen, potential still there. I probably will keep him just on the basis that he came through our academy, but good loan spells at Westerlo, Lokeren and Pexwalla. Again, just because he is homegrown, he'll probably see himself kept. I just want to make sure his contract is still there. That's fine. So all that's good. Gianni Jespers, again, another one that's highly rated, 4-star, and that's why he's in there. So that's the first team. I'm just going to quickly go at my transfers out here. As you can see, we've started the business for people that are coming in and coming out. You can see a lot of people joining in 2017. I'm not going through them all because we could be here for a while. But I just want to get a quick shout out again, 'cause it is mostly for, as I say, people for the team that's won the league here. We did bring in £31 million of players, selling at 73. So a big thank you to Mario Barrow. 9 appearances so far since he's moved to Spartak Moscow. But bringing a player in like that, 300. I know you're thinking he's worth 10k. Why did he sell 10 million? Why did he sell him for 4.5? 300k. The guy came in and done as a solid turn in one season. Second season was a backup, no starts. And we've certainly made a good profit on a player that was pretty promising in his own right. So he had a good contribution. Raul Gil played a couple of games, but he's done well out at Villarreal. He was basically back up to Cami Kerr before we get the other full back in. I say nearly £5 million profit on Raul Gil. Sebastian Schmidt was another part of that great tandem up front. He's moved on to Inter. 4 goals and 10 appearances for them. He looks absolutely class. We did sell him for 13 million, but with a 50% sell on. So if he goes for 60 million, bring on that 30 million. But absolutely class for us. It was just one of those ones with NEC. It was recommended by the Scout Central part, so we just looked at him. He only had moved for 500k the year before, but I just thought this kid's got a $3 million release clause. We've got to spend this money. We've got to bring him in and just go with it. And absolutely, the faith was paid straight away, and you can see there, £10 million profit within a season and a half, and yeah, 30 goals in that time as well. And Victor Svensson was the last one that went to pay an appearance. He's done well at Club Brugge, admittedly. Never really played in the second season, but again, when you look at the profit value, it just helped the club get to that next level. At the moment, 27 million in the bank is okay, 17 million, 4.4. We have got rid of most of our debt. I did think it was all of it, but it has taken it down to just getting rid of the other debt we had apart from this bank loan. So the fact we're paying 73k a month the next 8 years, is cool. We got rid of the one debt, so we've got no net debt, it's just getting rid of that. So more than happy with that. I'm not going to spend 17 million. We'll probably make a good 5 or 6 sales this year, so I'd like to expect we'll get the balance up to about 40 million, pending, as I say, who all goes out. And I just want to say this tool, the Scout Centre, 30% of world knowledge, but these scout reports have brought me in so many players. Honestly, guys, if you're not using this, please use it. Honestly, my scouts have been absolutely fantastic for me, letting me bring in so many players. In fact, you know what? We'll just let you see who's going to be coming in. So we'll just hit the out tab, as I say. The ones that are going as confirmed was Clark, Brody, Darmian, McKelly, Nicholson maybe. Trubok will go out in loan. Oh, we can maybe cash in that Sebastian Schmidt clause. Let's have a look how much they're offering. 7.8 million if we cashed in now. I think we'll hold on that. But as I say, players coming in, as I say, there is a few that have confirmed. So a good place I've been targeting has always been your South America, North America, Africa, and some places in Eastern Europe. So 2 goalkeepers are coming in, one from Slovakia. Yep, Slovakia in the case of Rudolf Bielek. 2 caps for his country already. There's a lot of good stats there that I'm quite a fan of. And in terms of the scout report, the scout had him at a 4.5-star goalkeeper. So someone that could come in and certainly push Savic there. Tadej Jug, same again. Pretty much coming in for a low price as well. In fact, what tell is a Bosman, even better. So we're not going to lose any money on him. Definitely a lot of attributes there. We didn't scout him, but he was one I just was happening to look for the national teams. I looked at him. David Johnson I won't look at until we actually do the deal and it's confirmed. Pizarro is coming in from Santa Fe. Heading's good, marking's good, tackling. Physically pretty good. Mentally would use a lot of work, but someone I'm quite happy that we're going to be bringing in for roughly about 400, 500k. Domen Novak, again from Maribor as well. Heading could use a little bit of work, but 8 caps for Slovenia. Tackling's good, marking's good, physically pretty good, and again the mental side of things is okay. This kid will be coming in for 200 grand. I don't think you can complain about that on his minimum release clause. And again, the report was not needed. I took a gamble on that just purely on that basis. Stuart Hill, again, we're looking to bring that one in. Joseph Slama, I think he looks quality already. For someone that's going to possibly be retrained into, as I say, a more central player, but the crossing's good, a lot of other good technicals there. Physically, apart from bravery, leadership and aggression, is okay. And physically, he's at a good level, okay, at the moment for 19. And this is someone 61k is all we are paying for this kid. 61 fucking k. Juan Marquez is coming in from Deportivo Cali in Colombia. Again, a very, very cheap transfer. 500k for this one on his minimum release clause, or I thought it was, probably not. But again, good technically. There's a lot of good mentals in there. Physically, I'm pretty happy with him at that level. He's someone I think we can bring in, develop, and sell on. After him, we've got Angel Gomez, so not really a wonder kid, well, technically a wonder kid at the start, but not a new gen, but someone we've got in a pre-contract. I just felt like we'll take the risk. He gives another central midfielder, and yeah, should be someone that can hopefully take this club to another level. Has done okay in this, couple of good loan spells out at Hull and Sheffield Wednesday, to name a couple. And strikers, the legend from the start, Ole Terhar Romane, is coming back on a Bosman. He actually starts at NEC at the start and was one of our first players to sell that we got a good profit from. Can dribble and can finish, can head a ball, perfectly works out in our system. A couple of good physicals, maybe could improve a little bit mentally. But for us, no goals in his first 14 games. We stuck with him in Jupiter and he got 20 goals in 36 games, followed up by 16 and 31 and then 6 and 4 before AZ Alkmaar paid £5 million for him, plus a 20% sell on. Never really played for them though, so we've taken a risk with taking him back on, but I'd like to think it's someone again that will fill the criteria for a homegrown player, and someone that, you know, if we can get him back to form, then hopefully cash in, sell him on for more money. Still only has 23, will be 24 when he returns. Calvin McDonald was just a youngster at Livingston that was doing the business. I wanted to take a punt on a low league striker in Scotland. He was one of the top goal scorers in League One with Airdrie. Don't think we'd have reported him, but again, someone looking to bring in. And Ari Lang, a young Finnish striker. I saw good finishing, I saw good first touch, I saw not great mentals, but good physicals. Someone I felt we could take a punt. And again, there's a low release clause, I'm sure, 220k. I think you can take 6 or 7 200k punts. You know, five of them are going to fail, but that one that succeeds can make you massive, massive money. So it's a good time to be at NEC. I think MD that is a prospect, probably featured in that squad. There might be a few others out in loan still. Let's see if we can find MD in the B team. As you can see there, Hudson, there's potential there. He came in from Brazil. Patron came in from Uruguay. In fact, was he playing? Yep, he was playing for Penarol, so that's another one on the right hand side. Our Thailand centre back, Phanapat Sarfong, or however it's pronounced, again someone who could be absolutely amazing. Mentals are good, physicals are good, the three key components, and international experience as well. And then just the likes of Carlos Perez, Anders Bay, Manes Verog, and a couple of ones that are based that were come through our academy as well. They've actually took the club up so much, as I say. Superb youth facilities now. Training facilities are great, but we're just continually invested in youth recruitment, just ensuring that everything at the bottom of this club secures it for the future. And Carlos Davids, that's our 5-star new gen, we're hoping can kick on. So that's going to be it for us, guys. It was just a little rundown on the team. I might do one a couple of years, depending on how they develop over time. And if we ever make a Champions League winning squad, we'll introduce them. But cheers for watching my catch up. If you want to see more kind of stuff on this side, but well, most of them on my Twitter feed, I have been just putting up Gaiazos and the like and updates every so often, and that is at 21 Maxwell. But if you enjoyed it, drop us a wee like. Any comments are deeply appreciated as well. Any shares. If you guys have got a save, you just think that's going to be you until FM19. Actually, I think this could be my save all the way through. And let me know, and let me see what new gens I've got. Have you got a core class that you just feel like that is going to be your group that takes you in the next 5-7 years AFM? But cheers for watching, guys. Remember to check out those kind of places for proper new gens to make a good bit of money and improve your business model. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Bye bye.